My child, before the sun rises, before the plans unfold, before your thoughts race to what might go wrong or what still feels unfinished, come here. Sit with me. Let your heart settle in my presence. I already see the day ahead, and I want you to know you don't have to be afraid of what's coming. I'm already there. I'm already making a way. I'm already preparing what you cannot yet see. I've gone before you. I know every hour, every moment, every breath you will take. And I'm not watching from a distance, so I'm walking with you, step by step, breath by breath. You've been carrying the weight of unknowns, trying to figure out how things will unfold, asking yourself questions that only I can answer. I see how much energy you've spent rehearsing the future in your mind, imagining every possible outcome, trying to protect yourself from disappointment or disaster. But you don't have to live that way. You were not created to survive through control. You were made to live through trust. And that's what I'm inviting you into now. Lay your fears at my feet. Let me be your shepherd, not just in the valley, but in the waiting. Let me be the one who carries your questions, the one who holds the pieces you don't understand. I promised you in Jeremiah 29:11 that my plans for you are good to give you a future and a hope. Not just survival, not just an escape from pain, but hope, something beautiful, something lasting, something deeply rooted in me. You've been afraid that tomorrow will look like yesterday. You've been wounded by seasons that seemed to only bring loss. I see how that fear has tried to plant itself in your heart. But I am not the God of cycles and repetition, my God of resurrection and new beginnings. I make all things new, even you, even this. You don't need to fix everything before you rest. You don't need to see the full picture to trust my brushstrokes. Just come close, breathe. I know you've cried quietly at night, asking me if it's really going to work out, if I'm really leading, if I'm really listening. And I am. Every tear has been caught. Every whisper has reached heaven. Nothing has been wasted, not your pain, not your confusion, not your waiting. I've been working in the background, just like a gardener waits for the seed to break open. Underground, I've been watching over the unseen things I planted in your life. You may not feel progress, but there is movement. You may not see answers, but there is alignment. And when the time is right, it will unfold, not rushed, not forced, but in perfect peace. My peace, the kind I promised you in John 14:27, when I said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your heart be troubled, and do not be afraid." That peace isn't a theory, it's a person. It's me. I don't show up with conditions or deadlines. I show up with presence, and I'm here now. You don't have to pretend to be strong. You don't have to smile through the ache or have answers when you feel empty. Just lean into me. Let me be your strength when you don't have any left. Let me be your voice when the words won't come. Let me be the shelter for your restless mind. My word says in Isaiah 26:3 that I will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are stayed on me, because they trust me. So keep your mind on me, child. Not on the storm, not on the deadlines, not on the impossibilities, just on me. Because where I am, peace is. Where I am, clarity comes. Where I am, healing begins. You're not meant to walk through this life wondering if you'll make it. You are made to walk in confidence, knowing you are held, you are loved, you are protected. Even if you don't feel it, even if it seems like the winds are too strong, I am your anchor. The storm will not have the last word. The shadow will not define you. The pressure will not destroy you. I have prayed for you, just like I prayed for Peter, that your faith may not fail. And I am still praying for you, still interceding, still standing between you and every attack sent to take you out. That's who I am, your advocate, your defender, your savior. I'm not far, I'm close, closer than your breath. I see how the fear of what might happen has been keeping you from fully resting, from fully trusting. But I want you to hear me say this. Clearly, tomorrow is not your burden to bear. It's mine. You don't need to prepare for every outcome. You only need to prepare your heart to trust me in all of them. That's what faith is. Faith is not the absence of questions. It's the presence of me in the middle of them. and I'm here. I'll walk you through the conversation you've been dreading. I'll be in the room when you face that decision. I'll hold your hand when the memory tries to come back and haunt you. You don't have to face any of it alone. I go before you, I walk beside you, and I stand behind you. Every angle is covered in my mercy. Every direction is soaked in my grace. You've been thinking you need to be stronger to face tomorrow. But what if you just needed to be still? What if strength doesn't come from striving, but from surrender? I said in Exodus 14:14, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Stillness isn't weakness. Stillness is the birthplace of trust. And that's where I want to meet you, where your efforts end and my spirit begins. So let go. Breathe. I've already entered your tomorrow. Already seen what's coming. And I'm not afraid. I'm not pacing the halls of heaven. I'm not confused. I'm not overwhelmed. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Nothing surprises me. Nothing can separate you from my love. So stay close, child. Let your soul find its anchor in me. Let your heart find rest in my presence. You don't have to figure it all out. You don't have to brace for impact. Just lean into me and let tomorrow unfold in the hands of the one who holds it all. I am already there. I am already working, and I won't let you fall. You're safe with me. You've always been, and you always will be. So come closer, even now, and let me carry what you weren't meant to hold. I know your heart has grown tired of waiting. I see how you've looked at the calendar, watched the months slip by, and wondered if your breakthrough is still coming, or if you missed it. But hear me again. You have not missed it. You have not been forgotten. You are not behind. You are not too late. My timing is not like yours, and the delay you feel is not denial. It's preparation. It's protection. I am aligning what you cannot see. I am working in places you've never walked. There are things I am arranging that don't make sense yet, and that's okay. You don't have to understand the process to receive the promise. Just stay near to me. When the Israelites stood at the edge of the Red Sea with Pharaoh's army behind them, they couldn't see a way out. All they could feel was pressure, fear, the weight of the impossible. But I was already there. I already knew the waters would part. I already saw the path beneath the waves. And the same is true for you. You may be facing something that feels impossible, but I have already made a way. Just as I told them in Exodus 14:13, I'm telling you now, do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. You don't need to run. You don't need to fix. You don't need to panic. You only need to remain with me. In the quiet, I will speak. In the silence, I will sing. Over you, in the unknown, I will lead you. I see that place inside you where you're still carrying what others said about you, what others expected of you. But I did not create you to be bound by their opinions or their time. I created you to be free, to walk with me in trust, not in fear, to rest in my presence, not perform for their approval. Let me remind you of who you are, not who the world says you need to be. You are my beloved. You are chosen, not forsaken. You are seated with me in heavenly places. I knit you together with purpose. I redeemed you with blood. I called you by name, and you are mine. There's nothing about your past that disqualifies you from your future. There's no mistake too large, no failure too deep, no fear too loud that can cancel what I've written over your life. You're still in my story. You're still held in my hands. I know some days it feels like you're walking in circles, like progress is invisible, like nothing is changing. But faith is not proven in the obvious. It's proven in the ordinary, in the daily choice to stay near, in the decision to keep showing up. I see your faith, even when you don't feel it. I see the way you keep trusting when you have no proof. I see the way you choose me in the middle of your questions. That honors me, that delights me, and that moves heaven. You've asked me before, why do I still feel afraid if you're with me? And I want you to know, it's not your fear that separates you from it's the lie that you have to hide it. You don't. I can handle your fear. I can sit with your doubt. I can walk with you in the middle of your anxiety and still whisper, peace. Don't run from me when your thoughts get heavy. Run to me. I said in Psalm 34:4, I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Not some, not the ones you could explain. All, even the quiet ones that wake you at night, even the ones you hide behind a smile. Bring them to me, child. I'm not in a rush. I won't turn away. I'm not impatient with your emotions. I created you to feel. I created you to need me. I'm not ashamed of your struggle. I want to be the one you turn to first, not the last resort. You've looked at the future and imagined all the things that could go wrong. But what if you started imagining what could go right? What if you dared to believe that I am actually good, that I still open doors, that I still restore broken things, that I still bring beauty from ashes? Because I do. That's who I've always been. I want to give you a new lens, a new rhythm, a new way to breathe. I want you to wake up tomorrow, not with dread, but with expectation, not because you know the outcome, but because you know me. You can walk forward with confidence, not because the road is easy, but because I'm walking with you. You can rest at night, not because all your questions are answered, but because you've placed them in my hands. I promised you in Matthew 6:34, therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. I didn't say that to shame you. I said that to free you, to remind you that you were made for today, for this moment, for this breath. I'm already covering your tomorrow. I'm already speaking peace into the storm before it arrives. I'm already placing people, provision, and purpose along the road ahead. You won't walk into any moment where I haven't already gone before you. Even if the road twists, even if your plans fall apart, even if what you hoped for looks different than what arrives, I will be there, and I will not change. My love will still hold. My grace will still pour. My hand will still guide. You can loosen your grip now. You can exhale. You don't have to keep checking the future like it's a test you haven't studied for. I am the answer, I am the way, and I am enough. So let me lead you with peace. Let me quiet your soul with truth. Let me walk beside you through the unknown. And when fear whispers again, when questions rise again, come back to this moment. Remember, this truth, you are not alone. You never have been. You never will be. I'm not just watching over your life, I'm holding it. Every step, every breath, every tomorrow. You don't need to be afraid anymore. I'm already there, and I will never leave you. Not now, not ever.